Good morning, everybody. How are we today? We are live. What's going on? What's going on? Good to be here. Good to have y'all here. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope so. I hope so. Let me get this shared out. I'll be right with everybody. Good morning, morning. Ooh, excuse me. What's up, my brother? You did it. You made it. You're here. Number one. Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend, bro. Hope you're having a good morning so far. I'm trying to share this out. My phone's working today. We'll see what's going on. There she is. What's up, Brandy girl? How we doing this morning? And yes, he beat you, Brandy. He got you today. Sorry, hon. He's not slacking today. Must have got a lot of sleep or something over the weekend. Who knows? All right, that's shared out. You guys are welcome to share it as well if you'd like to. We are good. Let's get everybody in here and get this thing rolling for today. How are we doing today, Brandy? Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a good morning so far. We all love Mondays now, don't we? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Oh man, busy, huh? What'd you do this weekend, hon? I kind of did too. We I told you guys we moved into this newer house back in November, and we moved everything we had with us, minus some shit. And what's up, Lance? Welcome, brother. Graduation stuff. Okay, yeah, that's always a blast. Gotta love that. Storming right now, huh? We had a little bit of rain over the weekend. It's not storming here, but it ain't bright and sunny like it never is. You know how Ohio is. Um, but like I said, we moved here into October, November, and we moved everything all at one time. We did go through a couple things and just kind of got rid of some stuff, but we moved a lot of stuff. So we have a bunch of stuff that we just, you know how it goes. You collect things over the years, so on and so forth. So we just wanted to get rid of a bunch of crap. So my wife decided she wanted to have a garage sale, yard sale over the weekend. So we did that. Um, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest. Saturday was okay. Sunday it rained all day till about 3 o'clock, and then it was bright and sunny. Sundays aren't, a great day. People have church and they do family outings and family gatherings and dinners and stuff like that. So we didn't have a whole lot that day. We're gonna do it again. We did okay though, and then we got a couple other friends that want to bring stuff over and do it too. So we'll see how that goes. But that's what we did. And of course we had um our kids always come over on Sundays and we did all that thing like we always do. So it was kind of busy. My wife had 2 days off and didn't really get to chill and relax. So you know how that goes. But yes, yes. Was your weekend, Lance? I hope you had a good one. a good one. Well, the notifications seem like they're working. I just got one, so that's good. We'll see. See how many people we can get in here. Welcome to Lance, Brandy, and Strike First, and whoever the other three are that are floating back there listening. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So, oh man, stretch it out. I think I need some new pillows or something. My neck has been killing me every time I get up in the morning now. Then again, maybe it's just I'm sleeping wrong. Who knows? So, what's going on with you guys today? Anything new and exciting you got planned for the day, or just a daily Monday morning grind? Okay, they're coming in slowly but surely. Try a couple things here, guys. I'm on the new computer again, trying this stuff. I still don't have the hard drive, so of course I'm still taking my donations, guys. Still working on getting that together. And again, anybody that's donated, I appreciate you very much. So I can't wait till I can take that damn banner down permanently. I wonder if it'll work if I do this. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to try a couple things. If something happens, I'll bring it back up. My apologies. Just hang out and I'll pull it back up and watch for if something happens, like watch Twitter or whatever. I'll reload or whatever I got to do. Just bear with me. Let me see what happens with me doing that. No. Okay, that's still there. Just trying to do some different things. See if I can get some of this stuff to work. Okay. We have that there now. So let me go minimize that. Okay. Now where is my queue? There ain't one. You guys still hear me? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do something. I want you guys to tell me if you can see this and hear this when I do it. Can you guys hear that?
This is how you can trim branches quickly and easily. Trimming branches used to be hard and time consuming, but not anymore. Praise, isn't it? What? You done had 11 months full of 2 days. What the hell you got going on now? What is
Okay, so you can hear that, but you can't see it, right?
it? Because the whole firearm, the whole picture with the firearm, like
Okay.
that whole thing was something different, right? Like,
Let me try some
Don
here.
and her think they're jokesters and stuff. With the Don's been arrested by the feds, shit. Like, I know you got y'all think you're funny like that, but like, it never has been the time to be funny, right? So, right now, for you to promote that silly ass picture.
All right, hold on, guys. I'm working on something
Of
here.
you by a tree with a gun pointed at you. Like, what is that?
By the way, that's Benny Keys. It's just a video I was watching, but
Grand jury secretly testify. I don't know.
okay, let me see.
Coming up on 1 year and still no something. It is sad. It is beyond.
Okay.
Beyond. So.
No. That's Benny Keys, guys. All right, that's not working.
So.
Maybe. Let me see something here. Nope.
I have to believe something is transpiring. Something is going on.
Okay, that's not working. So, all right. Well, at least I know you can hear it. That's one step in the right direction. We'll get there, guys. I promise you, we will get there. Like I said, I got to get this hard drive. Let me get this hard drive. I need that RAM stick too, but it'll be good. I gotta get my skills, my computer skills down a little bit better. I gotta get some technology built up, and we'll be having us some fun in here for sure. You guys won't be able to get rid of me then. I'll be live all the damn time because I got plenty of stuff to go over and stuff I want to do. Morning, Kyle. Welcome for. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend, dude. Let me see here. Okay. Let me go into a different version of this. So, and again, I'm just trying some stuff out, so don't mind what I'm doing, please. This might wake you guys up. It's a little early for this, but bear with me. What do you talk about, Kyle? This isn't gonna play long. It's just a music clip, guys. Just bear with me. I'm sorry. This will wake you up for sure. Okay. Now, okay, that's down. Sorry, guys. Yesterday, I guess I'm in one of these. Me and Rachel are in one of these new videos Charlie's putting up. And he told me the other night. Supposedly, I guess it's the new one. Yesterday when I was watching VR Breast Archives, he made this one clip that Isaac gave JP. That oh yeah, that was that's kind of fucked up, guys. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that, but I agree with you, Kyle. That is a mess. Yeah, that's my love right now, Lance. Is that kind of music? I like it all. I like it all, but that's I've been into that for quite a while now. That's kind of stuff that the band I played in, the bands I played in, we played that mostly that kind of shit. But I'm just trying different things to see if I have things get I can get things to work. So that's all I'm doing. And you guys are my experimental streams. So bear with me and give me your real opinions on how everything is sounding, looking, and if I can get a video on here to work where you guys can actually see a video clip. That's what I'm trying to do. And obviously the audio is coming through, but I don't know how much of this is going to work because of the hard drive scenario. But if I can get it to, then that's what it is. So good deal. Good deal. All right, let me try something else now. Mhm. Okay. Wow. See if this works. Hmm, that's surprising. Okay.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use Capital One Shopping. It's a browser that automatically compares
Yeah, I like
Amazon
it all,
plus
Lance.
sellers
I just
to see if there's a
have
better
a
price out
preference
there.
for
It includes taxes
metal
and
right
shipping
now.
price, so you know you're really getting a great deal. Plus, it's totally free. So do yourself and
You guys can hear all this stuff, right? But you're still not seeing anything, right? Take care, Kyle. Wow, this is horrible. Mm, damn it. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to bridge this video. Alright, guys, I'm almost done. Mm, okay. Alright. I guess I'm done with that for right now. You guys still here? Sorry again, guys. My apologies. To wake everybody up. What's going on with that? Are you guys there? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. You guys there? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. I hope. Okay. Thank the Lord that let me back in. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My StreamYard dropped for a minute, but my YouTube was still up, so we're good on that. I didn't want to have to go through all that bull crap and reload everything. Good deal. All right. So I got where I can play audio through to you guys through the same system while I'm on StreamYard. I can't figure out how to share the videos that I'm watching to this screen on StreamYard. Ooh, excuse me. While we're doing this. And that's the thing. If I can do that, we're in business to an extent. I can't do it very much with it because, like I said, I don't have that hard drive yet. But if I'm able to share video on here that you guys can actually see, then we're good to go. That's what my whole goal is with this whole damn thing. So I don't know where I gotta go next. So that's like I said, I need to hone my skills with this shit. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're growing up together, guys. You guys are going through all this with me, so I appreciate it. But I think we will get there relatively soon. Oh shit, I forgot that. Let me grab something right here. That'll change it all, guys. That'll change it all. Talk to me, guys. What's going on? Just sit there and listen to me. Let me see what we got. Wonder if this will let me reload this. Everybody needs to wake up. Okay. I'm trying stuff again. So bear with me. Cross your fingers, everything goes well. Okay. Nope, I didn't do that. Oh, there it is. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. You just started watering. Oh, you're under freeze wash it. Oh, that kind of sucks, Strike. That ain't cool at all. Yeah, this weather's goofy as hell, man. I'm telling you, mine's the same way. Okay, that one's not responding. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Let that go. Okay. Yeah, this is not working out. I need me hard drive. Yes, it does suck, Strike. I agree. I wonder what happens when I do this. Oh, we have that. So what happens if I move this over here? You guys can still hear me, right? Yep. Okay. Let's see what this does. No, hold on a minute. Okay, you can hear me then. All right, good deal. I need to wake everybody up.
Wake up! Put on a little makeup. This is the better way to speak up. Why you leave the keys on the table? And if you're pretty under the table, you want it to. Remember she put on a little makeup. You want it to. This is the better way to shake up. You want it to. Why you leave the keys on the table? You want it to. Why I think you trust in
Okay.
self-righteous suicide.
Well, that worked.
What angels deserve to
Hmm. Did that wake you guys up? I know this is weird today, guys. Just bear with me. I'm trying to figure some shit out. Oh, sorry, Brandy. let me know when you can or can't hear things, guys. It was Halloween night, 1975. All right. Well, that's done. Yep, I got all that working. So now I need to get my OBS thing working. That's my biggest deal. You guys heard all that, right? Okay. Did you hear it clear like it was playing in the video, like in the stream, or did you hear it like it was coming through the microphone? I know that doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, like did you hear it like you hear me, or did you hear it like it was playing off in the distance somewhere? I guess that makes more sense. Yup, yup, yup. What? Mm-hmm. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. 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 Good morning to you. Okay. Good deal. Thank you, Miss Brandy, ma'am. So, would any of you that's in here like to jump up on panel with me today, or no? Would you prefer to stay in the chat? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Naomi Judd passed away. Good. Thank you, Strike. Trying to get all my audio working. I'm gonna have to go do this crap again when I get the OBS set up, and it's probably gonna work way better. I'm hoping, from what I understand. No worries. No worries, Strike. That goes for any of you guys. Brandy, Strike, well, obviously. Anybody else. You guys are welcome to jump up here if you want to. Told you that before. Oh, damn. I forgot about that one. Okay. No problem. No problem, hon. I mean, just so you guys know, you don't have to come up here. It for anybody that is not comfortable with panels or whatnot, you're welcome to come up here without a picture, as long as you have an icon or your video. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go live like with your video if that's ever an issue for anybody. 'Cause a lot of people get nervous thinking they have to come up here and be live on video. You don't have to do that. You can just talk like I'm talking right now without the video. But either way, I'm just letting you guys know that. Excuse me. So anyway, what do you guys got going on today? Anything? Anything at all? All right, that's cool. Wonder if it has anything to do with me using StreamYard. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Laundry. Gotta have them clean clothes. That's important. Oh, I want to hit that button. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Looking like a bum today. Check me out. I don't care. I don't care. Wonder where everybody else is. Figured I'd see Heather or Pam or somebody. It is Monday morning though, so who knows? Yeah, not really, Lance, but thanks. I need to shave and do something with my hair. You know. What's up, girl? Morning, Kimberly. There we go. Who am I, guys? Who wears sunglasses when they stream? I would like to thank all the people. I like these glasses. How you doing, Kim? How you feeling? Oh shit. Okay. Well, that ain't cool. What's going on? What's going on, Kimberly? What happened? shit! Damn, Kim, what what happened that made that like? What what happened that caused that, or not? What I know it causes that, but like what happened that made you end up going to the hospital? God, say some prayers, guys, please, please, please. These guys do. Everybody pray. Put your hands together. Say some prayers for Kimberly and her children. Okay. Your heart rate got faster. I got you. Did they get all that settled down, Kim? Or, I mean, what's going on now? I'm going to reshare this. Yeah, it's probably cleaning you out. How long you been in the hospital for, Kim? Are you feeling any better? Yeah, is there anything that anybody can do to help out, Kim? I mean, there's not. I don't know really what we could do, but if there is anything that you anything, the razapam. Okay. I gotcha. Again, that's probably just to keep your anxiety down. I'm sure, because of the situation. But we're gonna pray regardless, hon. You know that. I pray for you guys even when you're not in the hospital. So, damn. Welcome to anybody that's out there that's not in chat. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. A bother to who, Kim? Who are you bothering? Get out of here with that. You're not a bother to anybody, honey. Nobody at all. That's what we're here for. Not even remotely are you a bother. I mean, come on. We're a family in here, guys. I mean, you got to think about it like this, Kim. We spend just about at least a couple hours a day, almost every day together in here talking about whatever we talk about, doing whatever we do. Just as much as you hang out with your kids or your family or whatever a couple days every day or every so often, whatever. It's a family. We're always in here. We talk about everything in here. We talk about each other's problems in here. Somebody's not doing well, we support that person. Exactly, Lance. I mean, not everybody that comes in here is Wolfpack, but we're still, you know, I get that. I know, but you can't let that push you over the edge or hold you down. You can get through anything, honey. You can get through anything. You're in the right place. You're being taken care of. They know what to do. There's no reason to feel defeated. You just keep pushing forward and you keep fighting. You know, you're never a bother, ever, ever. It doesn't bother anybody um, that you're going through these things. Again, that's what we're here for. We all try to be good people, Lance. That's at least most of us try to. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. It is what it is. But I think anybody that okay, um, I think anybody that as long as you're not going out of your way to hurt other people and you're doing what you're supposed to do in your life, I mean, yeah, you're a good person. And that's what I was gonna say, Lance. You are a strong person, Kim, because you've been through a lot of shit, and you're a fighter, and you keep coming through it, and you keep coming through it. You got to keep doing that. Don't give up. Don't feel defeated. It's just another little bump in the road that you got to go through and get over that bump and move on to the next step in your life. That's all. You're young. You know, you got a long ways to go, kid. So just keep on pushing forward. Please. That's all you got to do. And like I said before, we're always here. As long as I'm live, We're here to talk to you. We'll be praying for you all the time. I'm sure she is. She probably misses you. I mean, this is the second time in what, a month? So yeah, that's why you got to get through this. I know it does. I know it does. But there's your reasoning right there. You got to get through this and get yourself together and be there for your little girl, honey. That's all you got to do. Yeah, I'm sure you, wherever she's at, you know she's safe and she misses you. So fight to get through it, get yourself home, and move on with your life. Sorry, guys. I didn't even think about what I was doing. It's a little late now to hide it, but I'm smoking, so I hope that doesn't offend anybody. Let's put it all in God's hands, Kim. I mean, you got this right here. This right here is where it's at. Remember this. Believe in this. Put it in God's hands and let Him do the work. Not trying to be weirdly religious or anything, guys. I'm just saying that's what I do. And I don't understand that. What's Jelm? Jelm? Oh well, yeah, obviously. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, just let the doctors do what they're doing and put the rest of it in God's hands and let it happen. And just let it go. Just trust that they know what they're doing. Don't stress yourself out about it. I hit the send button on accident. Sorry. I have proof if needed. Over tweeted some stuff already. What are you talking about? You don't need any proof. What do you mean that you're in the hospital? You don't got to prove anything to anybody, kid. Nobody. Oh, that sucks, Brandy. I'm sorry. There's Flower. Morning, hon. That's right. That's exactly it right there. exactly what she just said, Kim. Read that. God gives us no more than we can handle, and He is testing you. You need to accept His challenge. Since He has faith in you, you have faith in Him, and that's a fact. He has faith in what you can handle. You have faith in what He can handle. Thank you so much for saying that, Flower, because that is exactly what it is. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Flower. That's all you need to do, hon. Just say a little prayer to God and say, Lord, help me get through this. You know, if you believe in God, just tell Him, I have faith that you're here with me. Again, I'm not preaching. I'm not trying to be super religious. I'm just telling you this is what I do. Just say a little prayer to yourself. Like I said, say, Lord, I need you to be here with me now. I have faith in you, and I want you to put your faith in me and help me get through this. And that's all you got to do, honey. I have the utmost 100% faith in God, and I've prayed I don't know how many times, and and I've seen results. I'm telling you, I have seen results, and I promise you that the rest of us will be praying for you. Even the people that don't, there's certain people that don't have the same beliefs that we all do. Even those people, because of the beliefs that we have, friends, family, whatever, will say, if if they have to, what they have to say to make that happen, if that makes any sense. Spring cleaning, huh? Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Yep. We do the same thing here, Flower. I got you. I'll be right back, guys. I am back. You know what, Strike? Telling you what, dude. That's not what I did, but that's all right. Yeah, you gotta love that one, Flower. My son does that to me constantly. He's supposed to bring his laundry down like every other day. He'll be 16 2 weeks, and he's supposed to bring it down every couple of days. And so when I remind him, um, he'll bring two baskets, like yeah, like 2 weeks worth of laundry down. I'm like, are you kidding me? He does it every time, every time. I don't know why. He just he doesn't. I forgot. I forgot. That's always his answer. So it's whatever. I've already got mine doing his own laundry. I mean, I still watch what he does because I don't want to get my washer ruined. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, stay strong, stay positive. It gets better. It does. It will get better. You'll be home before you know it, Kim. Oh, here we go. Here we go. When do you guys check that? Because I'm pretty sure that that's not obviously her. But just check that for me. All right, Kimberly. Get better. We're praying for you, hon. We'll talk to you soon. Flower, check that Cotty for me if you don't mind, hon. Oh, oh, they don't live with you, huh? I figured as much, Lance. Thanks. I block anybody that comes in here with being negative because I figured that. I remember everything I did. No worries. Here's the thing: is Cotty Wample would not come in here and say something like that, regardless of what the scenario is. So that's how I know that's not her. There she is. What's up, Heather? How you doing, sis? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Sorry about your last experience in here. That was a day, wasn't it? Appreciate you though. a busy weekend, huh? What are you up to today, Heather? Anything fun, exciting? Well, I think everybody's having a pretty boring Monday. That's always fun. 10:05. One second, guys. I'm sorry. Just typing something real quick. My apologies. Excuse me. Well, I guess that really was caught you guys. My apologies. I guess I was wrong. I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass. It's a great movie. Anything Adam Sandler does is good. I don't think I've seen anything that he's done that's bad, honestly. They were actually talking about doing that strike first, but I don't know why they didn't. It's just a backup can of account uh, flour. That's why there was probably nothing. Yeah, that one, Lance, is an awesome one. That was a great movie, actually. Like I said, everything he does is good. So Lord have mercy. This is ridiculous. Like, yeah, that was a good one. It was kind of sad. I agree with you on that one. It was sad. God, people need to grow up. I swear to God, I've never seen people that are in our age group that act like this. It's fucking ridiculous. I swear. I block somebody from my stream that doesn't like me to begin with. Um, that's saying things about me and making fun of me for whatever reasons or making their, comments about me. Excuse me. I'm just supposed to let them stay here and hang out, I guess. Whatever you think. I just don't understand how people at this age, can be so immature enough to have to worry. I'm like, there's bigger things to worry about in life than being blocked from somebody's stream. Really, I could care less, and it has nothing to do with anybody else that was in here. It's just that person brought it to my attention that was all about Cotty. She thought that Morty's the one that made me block her from my stream. It's just that Morty brought it to my attention that she was in here because there were so many people in here. I didn't notice her. And the only reason why she was blocked from here was because it had nothing to do with what Morticia said. It was because there were things being said on Twitter, and because of guilt by association, you're in that group of people that wants to say things about me. I'm not going to keep you around here because of that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make sense to you guys? Honestly, because it doesn't to me. And what my thing is why do you care? You don't like me. What does it make a difference whether you're blocked or not? People I don't like, I'm not gonna go into their streams if they don't like me. Like really, it's crazy. It's immature. I'm almost 50 years old. Like this is like high school bullshit to me. That's what I'm saying, Brandy. I don't get it. Whatever. I mean, I don't have any balls, guys. There, you get it. You guys, everybody can hear me. I have no balls because I blocked somebody. Whatever. I don't need balls. I had the kids I'm having. If that's how that person feels, then or anybody feels that way, whatever. I had the kids I'm having. I don't need any more balls. Living my life. Go live yours. Jesus. I know I'm not an important part of your life, so what the hell's the difference? Sorry, I just don't rock with this drama bullshit. I mean, I know I'm in a drama channel. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have to be every day in every way form. If you're that fucking bored, then go figure something else out. Jesus, get a hobby. I don't know. Billy Madison, yeah, that's another good one. Like I said, they're all good. They're all good. One of my favorites. My son loves it too. Absolutely loves it. Is a Netflix movie because he signed a contract with Netflix to do a whole bunch of movies, I guess, and then he re-signed again. It's that Hubie Halloween. I think my son loved it so much that we watched it. I gotta say at least 50 times. Okay, so come on now. If it's and he wants to watch it still. He'll come downstairs. Hey, Dad, you want to watch Hubie Halloween? Like, dude, Halloween's been over for months. Come on, man, it's funny. Okay, we'll watch it. It's a good movie though. If nobody's seen it, go check it out. I like how he brings back the same cast members for all of his movies. Steve Buscemi, all the guys that he has in all his movies, he keeps bringing them back for all of his movies and different, characters and stuff like that. That's pretty awesome. He has his wife in all his movies now. He has his kids in his movies. I mean, that's really cool that he does all that. So, all right. What's that other set of movies that were really good that he was into? Grown Ups. Those movies are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. What do you mean it was okay? Come on now. That was fucking hilarious, dude. What's up, shoot? Hey, what's up, shoot? movie. That's basically a classic now. That is a good one. I like both the grown ups actually. I like the whole cast with that. That was a good cast. I love Kevin James, Chris Rock. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Chris Rock, but in those movies he was good. Um, of course, Rob Schneider's amazing. Uh, David Spade, of course, Adam Sandler. I mean, that's an all star cast right there, man. That's awesome. One of the cast members passed away. Who passed away? I'm trying to think of who was in that passed away. I didn't know anything about that. Let me think. Selma Hayek, Rob Schneider. I'm trying to think who all was in that movie. I didn't know of anybody that passed away in that one. That's news to me. Hmm. I don't know who the lady was that played. Well, Maya Rudolph was in that. There was a lady that played her mother. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure they're all still alive. Hmm. I'm gonna look it up. Oh yeah. You're right. Well, no, you know what though? They made that movie. um, and then they dedicated it to him. What's up, stranger? How you doing, brother? Yeah, they dedicated it to. Was that in the first one or the second one? Uh, Strike. Did he pass away? Was he in the second one? I can't remember. I forgot about that. Cameron Boyce. Hmm. What's up, college? How you doing today, bro? Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you. can't remember. I'm gonna have to look. It's gonna drive me nuts until I figure that out. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I just seen it too. Yeah, they dedicated it to him at the end of it. I remember seeing that. So, I mean, they could go on with it. The kids are, well, he would be like an adult now. So, I mean, based on the timeline of the movie. So, I don't know. That was sad how he passed away, though. It really was. Yeah, exactly, stranger. What you guys doing today? Sorry, guys. I don't mean to seem distracted. I'm just reading things and thinking about things and so on and so forth. So, what's going on? What's going on? Anything exciting and new? Give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta get some more to drink for my mouth. Go ahead, strike first. Do your thing. I know you're going to. That's funny. Yeah, there has been no CPS visit, but okay. With your finger. Hello. Sorry about that, guys. Gotta love. Yeah, I don't know who it is. That never happened though, so whatever. That actually makes me wonder if that little the DM I got was an actual Cottywompo account or not. But yeah, I can't tell who it is. Yeah, I never had a CPS visit, guys. I almost wish I would have, so that I could file a false report or get him in trouble for filing false reports. So, because in our state, you're not allowed to abuse the system like that. They will come after you for that. So they don't play games with that shit around here. Maybe he's trying to keep up with your amount of visits at BR Guest. I don't, I don't get what you mean by that one, college, because I don't understand. I'm sorry. They must be back in the background watching now. I didn't think so either, college. That's what I said. I'm thinking now that I see these other troll accounts popping in that they just sent that through. So I mean, whatever. Cotty doesn't usually do that kind of thing, and she doesn't even with the scenario that she went through. She's not immature like that and doesn't do stuff like that. That's what's making me wonder. But really, I don't care. Let them do their thing. They've been quiet for a while, so you know they have to fuck with people. You guys notice I haven't said anything about anybody over there. I don't bother with them, and they're still constantly doing their bullshit. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna blast Cotty on here. Even if it was her, I wouldn't do that anyway. So, oh, I got what you're saying now, college. Yeah, that's right, Brandy. That's right. So, and they will go after whoever is doing that. Like I've seen it happen before. I know people that um, have had other people get pissed off at them and try to do that, and like they file criminal charges against people that abuse the system here. It's not a joke in Ohio. It's you can't do the shit that these people have done in all these other states. That's what I said. College. Thanks for the views, guys. I appreciate the fans. Thanks for being a fan. So I mean, whatever. That's why I was hoping he would do that, or somebody would do that because there's no they you can file anonymous reports here, but you have to give a certain amount of information about yourself to them before they will accept the report because they've had so much bullshit with that, and that's the thing. Any information that's given, they will go after that person based on that information. So go for it. Please go for it. But you know what's fucked up, college, is I didn't even yell. I was just talking to him, and I went back and listened to the clip that they had of what I was saying, and you can clearly hear what I was saying. So they just like to try to take shit and twist it. That was just a joke to me. That whole fucking thing was a joke. My son even laughed about it too when I talked to him about it. It's hilarious. Yeah, he's 16 fucking years old. Well, he will be in 2 weeks, but he's 16 years old. Okay, he has very high functioning autism, and he's a teenager. And the night that whole shit went down, it was like 11 o'clock, almost midnight. And I don't care how old he is, he still has bedtimes. You know, he has school the next day, so he has to be in bed by 10 o'clock. Period. And he likes to try to stay up all night, doing what he wants to do, and come downstairs. We had dinner at like 5:30, something like that, and he ate 2 plates of dinner. He's a growing kid, so he's taller than I am. He's almost 6 foot tall, and so he came down, walked into the kitchen. I was in there getting a drink or something while I was live, and he come strolling past me and goes to grab a 2 liter of Coke to grab a guy. I said, no, 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 freeze. What are you doing? Well, I was getting something to drink. I said, you can drink water because I don't let him drink pop a lot. He doesn't need it. It's not good with the medication that he takes for his ADHD and he has ADHD and oppositional defiant disorder. So the medication, they don't. You're not like, it's not good to eat a lot of sugar and stuff like that while you take it because it messes with them. And I said, just drink some water. And I have a water cooler with the 5 gallon jugs on top of it, so our water's really good. And I've always pushed my kids to drink water. And then he was trying to get in and get some ice cream or something at 11 o'clock. I'm like, listen, dude, you're no. You can have some water and you can go to bed now. Go to bed. And then he starts arguing with me, and I said, I'm not arguing with you. You had dinner, and I do let him have like snacks and desserts and treats and stuff, but not at 11 o'clock at night. He knows that, and he had his dinner, and then he had like those like fudge stripe cookies or whatever the hell they're called. He had like 7 or 8 of those at like 8 o'clock. Okay, you're good. You're done. Nothing else. You're not gonna eat ice cream right before you go to sleep. That's not healthy. So get your glass of water, take your ass to bed. That's it. Period. That's how it works here. And he's 16, so he's arguing. Well, I want to do this, but no, what? No. Good night. Go to bed now. That's what it was. There was no yelling. There was no screaming. No, no, I don't do that. We don't talk that way to each other. So, um, it was a joke to me. I thought it was funny, especially when they think they know something and they try to run with it. It's the complete opposite. Me and him have a great, great relationship. It's almost too good because he's still my son. We shouldn't be friends, you know what I'm saying? But we pretty much are. We hang out a lot. We watch a lot of the same stuff. Um, we play video games together. We play card games together. We collect our shit that we collect together. They were trying to say something. No, they tried to say that I was all he could have was water and no dinner. Well, first of all, if you give your kid dinner at 11 o'clock at night, that's where you have a problem. Which sounds like something they probably do over there. But at 16, I was getting slapped. But yeah, I don't hit my kid. I never have. I don't believe in that. It doesn't work, especially not with his issues. We don't. There's never been any physical discipline. It's always timeouts. Well, not now because he's 16, but it's always been timeouts or grounding or when they were real little, you stand in a corner or stuff like that. We are not those parents. Now, when I was disciplined, yeah, I had my head the shit slapped out of me by my mother and my father. But what's up, Natty? How you doing? How you been? Yeah, they said that you can have water and no dinner. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did you even get that from? Because that's nothing like what I said. But okay, we don't eat dinner here at 11 o'clock at night. First of all, whoever does that, I'm sorry if you do. That don't work out. You don't eat dinner and then go lay down. It's super super unhealthy. Which and I'm not gonna give my kid dinner at 11 o'clock at night either. We eat 4 or 5 o'clock. That's our dinner time. He wasn't drinking no Coke and he wasn't having no ice cream at 11 o'clock at night. That's my rules. Period. So, but I was hoping that they did do what they said. Go ahead, play your stupid game and get a stupid prize because they will not play that shit in Ohio, bro. Not even close. Like I said, you can do anonymous tips here or referrals or whatever you want to call it, but you have to give a very limited amount of personal information for them to take the actual call or referral. And if you don't, they'll just hang up on you. They don't care. And um, unless it's like an emergency situation, and then what they do in that scenario is they will send the police immediately to the home for like a welfare check, and then if they have to, the police will contact uh, CPS workers or whatnot. Excuse me, and then they go from there with the cases and stuff like that. So yeah, me either, Natty. Me either. Teenagers are teenagers, dude. Teenage boys. I have five of them. Okay, five boys. So I've been through that, done that, and two of them were very hard to deal with. Two of them were very easy to deal with, and then my youngest now. I've been through it. I know how to handle them. I'm a professional when it comes to teenage boys now. I still don't understand teenage girls. I never will, and I don't want to. So, but yeah, like I said, I almost wished he would have sent somebody here or they would have, because that means that somebody's going to get investigated for falsification, and you can get in some serious trouble. We've had people do jail time around here for system abuse or abuse of the system or whatever they call that. I guess it used to be a big deal, like back in the day in the 90s. That happened a lot where people would get in fights with each other and I'm going to call CPS on you just to fuck with you, like it goes on here. And so on and so forth. So I have, well, first of all, that's not Tina, so whatever. Double check that, Brandy or somebody to make sure, but that's not. I'm pretty sure that ain't her because she don't do that either. But play your clips then. Yeah, I starved my kid. I'll send you a picture of my kid. You can tell that he's starved. Fucking bullshit joke. Lies, lies, and more lies. These fucking people are fucking ridiculous. Everybody heard real proof of what I said, the real clips of what I said. So tell your lies. Fucking joke. Whoever you are, you shut up. Fucking children. Immature idiots. Yeah, I knew it wasn't, but just, you know what I mean? Just double checking. Oh, I know. It's no joke in Ohio here. Fraud and falsification and abuse of the system is they play hard on that shit here. So, like I said, I was hoping that they did do it. Fucking idiots. You ain't doing nothing but making yourself look like more of a fool than you already are. You emailed, huh? Did you? That's even funnier, guys. They emailed him. Guess what happens when that happens? Guess what happens? I'm going to tell him that you're lying. Oh, there's a lot of that around here too, Brandy. Food stamp fraud. Um, what is that other shit called? I don't know for a fact. Something about a the EBT cards where you get I think they're called EBT cards where you get like cash assistance or something too. There was a lot of that going on too around here like 5 6 years ago. They busted down on all that shit. Our governor's a fucking dick, and that's why like they don't play shit for that. Um, it has something to do with because we didn't have a whole lot of like caseworkers and stuff like that in the child protective services field. So they went nuts and did this and did that and locked down on a lot of that shit. So whatever clips you're saying you have, you fucking joke, you made them up yourself because I have recorded what I said. So nice try. As soon as they did that, I went and screen recorded the the stream that I had it in and isolated that part of it. So no worries there. And like I said, my son, I was telling him about it, the one that we're talking about, and he was laughing too. He's like, "Yeah, these people are idiots." I said, "This is why I don't allow you to watch this stuff because he never understood it. Where can I watch it? Where can I get this stuff? Because I'm 16." I said, "Yeah, you don't need to know anything about this stuff or do this or do that." So I still monitor his YouTube usage and stuff like that, just because he is very impressionable. He is 16, but he will be six. I keep saying he's 16 because in 2 weeks he's 16. So but he's still because of the autism, the ADHD, and the ODD. He's very immature still. Like his mentality is that of probably like a 12, 13 about a 13-year-old. I'll say. Oh, it's just the typical bullshit, Natty, that goes on through guest mob and everything else. You know how they are. Always trying to fuck with somebody. So if somebody don't like you, they try to get at you. So bees it. Must be because I haven't been bothering with them or ignoring them. They want to try to fuck with me again. Maybe it was her. I don't know. Well, you're not missing much, Natty, truthfully, but yeah, there's a lot of trash that goes on over that direction. Unfortunately, it's 75% what's wrong with YouTube right now. Yeah, it's hard, Brandy. It is. It's been a constant struggle his entire life, 16 years. Well, we didn't really catch on to it, until he was about 2, and noticed that he was a little bit, developmentally different. But he still acts like a normal. Like you really couldn't tell that he was autistic at all because it's like I said, it's borderline. It's not like full blown autism, but it's what it is like. I think I've explained this, but not to everybody, I guess. He's just like any other kid. Like I said, there's no way. Shit. Hold on a second. Somebody's at my door. I'll be right back. It was the mailman. Sorry. What was I saying? Where was I? Where was I? God, I'm getting old. My son. Yes. I'm trying to remember what the hell I was talking about though. Oh, so anyway, like I said, he's just like any other kid, you know, and you really couldn't tell that there was an issue with other than with certain things. But he's just like real like outgoing and very like touchy. He wants to hug people a lot, stuff like that, and it's because of the sensory thing. It's where they picked up the autism from. But he's ADHD. Everybody knows what that is. Very hyperactive and nonstop. He's got all that stuff going on in his head. He can't like, you know, settle in on one specific thing. So there's that. Excuse me. And then, um, like with schooling and learning and stuff like that, he's got a very like he can't. You can teach him something and he doesn't really comprehend. Like hold on to it. It doesn't sink in. So we have to go over it over and over and over and over again, and then eventually maybe he'll catch it. Yeah, full blown autism is a whole different story though, and it's really rough. So the path that I've had to take is way different than what you've had to take. Yours has probably been 10 times harder than mine because it's very difficult. Because we've been through 35 different medications. I'm telling you, and trying to find the right ones. And for the oppositional defiant disorder, there is no medication that works. Okay, so there's just nothing you can do. So the medication is just for the ADHD, and it helps with the learning part of it because it gives him more focus to be able to concentrate on that one thing. Because the ADHD is chronic, so it's like I said, it's like there's 50 different television sets going on in his head, and he's trying to watch them all at one time. But you can't do that, So he's always trying to talk about if you're having a conversation with him, he'll bring something up to you that he thinks about right now, and he'll try to talk to you, and then he reminds something in that conversation will remind him of something else, and then something else, and then so he's talking to you about five things at one time, and we got to slow him down. Like, okay, bud, relax, slow down, because he gets going and he starts rolling with it. And it's like, okay, now let's go back to the first thing you started saying, and we'll talk about it for a little bit, and he'll get that part of it out. And if you're talking to him, as far as when discipline happens, we have to explain to him why well, not so much anymore. He understands a lot of it. We used to have to explain why you're not allowed to do this, why this is a problem, and why you're being disciplined for it. Okay, because he never got it. He just didn't. He didn't comprehend. Like, what did I do? Which is why it's always been hard for me to discipline him. But that's another thing that makes this funny to me, because I've always had issues disciplining my son, because I always have the guilt, because he didn't understand a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, why? Well, why can't I have ice cream? Why can't I have this? Why can't I only have water? So I always have to sit down and explain to him, like, listen, dude, this is what it's all about. And he gets it. But then 2 days later, he'll want to do the same thing. And it's like, again, this is, remember our talk. So that's why this was funny to me, because this is not the relationship that we have at all. There's never been anything like that. So I had to laugh at the whole situation. Like, you guys are fucking stupid, because you obviously don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about, because this is the wrong people here. But whatever. It was kind of funny. I mean, it did bother me, because anything that has to do with that kid, even the fact that somebody I dislike saying his name bothers me, because that's how close I am to him. He's my whole heart and soul. It drives me nuts that he's going to be 16, because he's getting so big, and I want him to be little again. I miss all that shit. But and I worry about him because of the issues he has. He's going to have issues as an adult, I think, as far as employment and his life. And as far as his mother's concerned, he's going to live with us for the rest of his life, and he's never going to have a girlfriend. He's never going to get married. He's never have any of that stuff. She just wants to. I said, honey, we can't do that. You know that. She goes, I know. I'm just saying. So whatever. That's my dude, though. He's like, honestly, I hate to say this. It sounds kind of pathetic, but he is pretty much like my best friend. We've been so close for so long, like his entire life. We've been really, really close. Just talking about it makes me sad. Anyway, so yeah, your situation is a whole different situation than mine, Brandy, and I feel for you, because I know how rough it is as far as doctors and situations and schooling and medications. And me and my wife even joined a couple like support groups for it, because it's hard to understanding and on our side of things, because if you have, yeah, we're not talking about that strike. We've already had those conversations. He doesn't get it. He thinks because he's 16, he can just go get his driver's license, and he can do this and he can do that. I'm like, no, dude, listen. Honestly, because the rest of our kids didn't get their license until they were 18. I mean, none of them wanted to either. It wasn't an issue. So, and I'm kind of keeping with that with him, hoping that by the time he's 18, it'll be a little bit more, he'll be more functionable and more mature. So by the time he's 18, he'll probably have the maturity of a 16-year-old, I'm hoping, which would be easier for me to deal with. But the kid, he just doesn't, he's not able to think about the things he should be able to think about, which is what bothers me and scares us in some senses. And he forgets a lot of things because he doesn't hold on to things when he learns them. So to go through, like in Ohio, you have to you have to go through driving school and driving classes before, unless you're 18. So, and also in Ohio, if you take the driving test and you don't pass it the first time, you automatically have to go and take driving school or driving classes too. Yeah, all of our laws in Ohio are crazy. I don't, again, I mean, some of them are good and some of them are not, but it's what it is. So no, he won't be driving soon. Strike. Yeah, he starts getting all these ideas, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be driving soon. I'm 15 and a half. Can I go get my permit?" No, no. Well, I'm gonna be able to start working. I said, "Well, yeah, you could work a job, but you need to get good grades first, because a lot of the employers around here, you like for high school kids, you have to carry a certain GPA. And me personally, with all of our kids, you had to carry a certain GPA or you don't get to work because you cannot. And this kid, he struggles enough with school. I mean, it's bad. So I'm not going to give you another thing where you're going to go to work and not be able to concentrate on what you're doing with school. So it is what it is. Well, yeah, I want money and I want this. And I said, and we give him money. We buy him everything he wants. I mean, he has more than 90% of the kids I've seen, mainly because of the issues that he's had. We've always kind of spoiled him in because he's our last. He's had a 50-inch TV in his room since he was 5 years old. He's had every game system ever made that he's wanted. He wears he's never had anything other than any of his clothing. Like we go broke buying, and honestly, it's probably because all the other kids grew up, and we had to kind of budget with them because there were so many of them at one time. They still got all good shit. My kids have never worn cheap shoes. Their clothes are expensive. Blah 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 blah. But this one has the best of everything because we have more money to spend on him than what we had for the others, if that makes sense. So, hmm luckily, luckily, Caden doesn't have any kind of seizures or anything like that. But he is on medication for sleeping because what happens is the first of all, he's the ADHD is chronic, so he's very hyper and constantly going and thinking and trying to stay up and watch this and do that and all these ideas. But the medication he takes kind of hypes him up a little bit and like gives him a bit of a it wakes him up for sure, and it instead of like zombieing him, it makes him the opposite. He's going, so it's hard for him to sleep at night. So he's on a prescription dose of melatonin that he takes every night before bed, which puts him to sleep, helps put him to sleep. Unfortunately, it doesn't keep him asleep because if he does wake up in the middle of the night, then he's awake. So there's that. But I don't know. It's just one of them things, and that's what I'm saying, Brandy. There's a lot more things you deal with than I do. So your road is a little bit harder traveled than mine, and I feel for you, sis, because I know it's rough. Oh, hold on a minute. I gotta check something. Looks like is that what I think it is? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, that is scary, especially when it's one of your own kids, Lance. It's not a joke. Not even close. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's like having a full time job, Randy. It really is. I mean, you can't. There's no taking a day off from it. There's no relaxing. There's no, I'm constantly in contact with the school, doctors, his psychiatrist, his counselors, pharmacies, medications. I mean, it's just an ongoing thing, and I have to. We're constantly going with him every day, because I had to put him on a schedule, like a, how do you put it, like a, not really a schedule, but shit, there's another word I'm trying to use. It is a schedule in a sense, but it's like I have to have him get up. I get him up at 6:30 every day, every single day, and then I have to get him motivated to get dressed, brush his teeth, shower, eat, blah blah blah. All of these things every step. I have to make sure he does these things, and I do this in repetition every single day because it gives him the stability of knowing what's going on next, what's going on next, what's going on next. You know what I'm saying? And that's what helps with this scenario. I found out that was through his doctor that we got that long time ago, and he doesn't always stick to these schedules. I keep calling it a schedule. There's another name for it, but it's anyway. That's what I'm going to call it, a schedule. So, and then then he comes home from school at a certain time. When he comes home from school, I have to sit him down immediately. Okay, now we do homework. Okay, and then once the homework's done, he's got a couple chores he's got to do, and we keep with that to keep him regular and on that schedule. And then we usually eat dinner within a 3 hour bracket every day. So that helps there. And then he has to have a shower at night by 7. He gets his clothes ready for the next day. Make sure his book bag and everything is right. I do the same thing every day with him. And if it goes, and I found out why, because if I do one thing different, or I change it up, or I switch it out, or we forget something or something like that, because this has all happened, it messes with him. You know what I mean? And I don't. That's what I'm saying, and that's how you'll know he's off because one of those things was different. But there's been like a doctor's appointment that has ruined the timeline for the day for him, or something like that, or people come and visit at a certain time. I have to stay with what I'm doing with him. I'll have to enter, like, hold on, I'll be right back. And I'll go over and I'm like, okay, dude, it's 7 o'clock, shower. Because he'll still, this kid argues. If you tell him that the sky is blue, the clouds are white, he's going to go, nah, nope, that's wrong. The sky is red and the clouds are green. Just because in his mind he has to. That's what the oppositional defiant thing is all about. He has to make an argument for things. So that's why we keep with the ready, steady schedule. You have to be in bed by a certain time. You have to get up by a certain time. You shower at certain times. You eat. You do this. You do that. Blah 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 blah. And then he has his free time throughout the days where he plays his games, his video games, a lot. He's an avid gamer, that's for sure. And so on and so forth for what he does. He wants to start doing his own YouTube channel, and I'm like, is that like colorblind? No, I don't think so. But then, what was I going to say? You can tell when he's having an off day if something in that schedule has been like messed up because he gets very anxious. His anxiety is pretty bad. So gets real anxious about something because he's not on that repetition schedule, and that's what keeps everything smooth for him. So it works. It really works. I don't like your situation might be different with me, Brandon. Like I said, it is different, but I do know as far as autism or Asperger's and stuff like that, this is what they recommend to do for me with my son because, and he's not, like I said, he's very, very borderline. So I'm sorry to hear that, Danny Ray. Um, so that's why I do the scheduling thing like I do. Um, but he does well. Like I said, as long as we keep something going for him, and he knows that if one of us are here and he's not following that exact schedule, that we're going to say, okay, Caden, you were supposed to do this, this, and this. Why did you do this, this, and that instead? Well, I forgot. Okay, we can't do that. So um, it was diagnosed, Heather, because like we were talking to them when he was younger. When we first took him in, 'cause you have to wait till they're a certain age before you can get any of this diagnosed. They don't know. I think it's like 5 or 6 years old. You really can't because the development, when they're younger, they're still developing at certain ages, and different things are, different. So, um, we had to wait till he got to a certain age, and then we took him to a couple different doctors, and we knew that he had ADHD at least because I have it, his mother has it, or ADD, one of the two. Um, so you know, um, so we went there with that thought in mind, like this kid and our other kids, a couple of our other kids have the ADHD too. Um, so and I can see what that is because I have it. I know what I've lived through, what I've dealt with, how I've dealt with it my whole life. Because I never took any medication for it. It was never diagnosed really when I was a kid. It was just you were a bad kid. You know what I mean? That's how they diagnosed it. And they really didn't start seeing it till I was in my mid-teens, and then it was kind of late then. And I've always just handled it myself. My one son, he self-medicates because he smokes a lot of weed. He's got it, and then the other one has it too. My oldest son, he doesn't. He had an issue with drugs that he was, it was bad. It didn't help him at all. But they both kind of gotten a little bit of help for it. I never had any of that. I just worked myself through it, and I've learned to deal with it. As I've gotten older, I've grown out of a lot of it. I still have it a lot. If you guys notice, a lot of times when I start talking, I'll bounce around to 5 or 6 different subjects that I'm talking about because something, it's the same thing that my son does. Um, Something that I'm talking about will trigger me to remember something else that I wanted to talk about. That will remember me to trigger something else that I've talked about. And I've literally had to tell people on my panels like Morty and Popper and all them, I said, listen, guys, if it seems like I'm interrupting you when I say something, I don't mean to do that. It's just because if I don't say, if I'm thinking of something like right now, if I don't say it, I'm gonna forget it sometimes. That's how it works with me. So I just have to jump in and say this real quick, and I apologize all the time for interrupting people because I have a feeling that I'm doing it. But so anyway, I'm sorry to answer. See, I just did it right there. She asked how it was diagnosed, and I just told you guys 3 other stories. That's what I'm saying. So we started explaining to them what he does, and they watched him and observed this and observed that, and asked us a bunch of questions, and then we went back a couple more times, and then they finally said, okay, this is what it is. It's he has chronic ADHD, and he also has oppositional defiant disorder because they were asking me like, and he's not one of those kids that gets violent or anything like that. He never was. He doesn't get like real crazy angry and explosive and blow up and break things and all that. Never, thank God. Um, but he does get frustrated quickly. He's got very high anxiety. He's afraid of a lot of different things and always has been. So we learned that we used to, like the doctor said, not to hide things from him. Let him watch TV, let him understand what the news is and stuff like that. And we've gone through these different phases where I'm helping him to understand death and why people die. There's been a lot of that around, and he takes that very hard because he's a very emotional and loving child, just like me. He gets very close to people, and he's very sensitive towards that kind of thing. Routine. Thank you, Brandy. There's the word I was looking for the whole day. Routine. That's it. That's it. Um, so we have to. He'll get real sad about certain things, and he's very, very, very emotional, just like his dad. Very sensitive. He's very, very heartfelt and very outgoing to a lot of people. He's got me in him a lot, which is where it's very hard to be mean to people for me. Even people that attack me or come at me, it's just I'm not that guy. I'm a very, very, very sensitive person, and I get upset when I know people are hurt or they're upset. That's Caden too. He's the same way. If somebody's going through something and they're sad, it's almost like we feel it ourselves. Okay, and I feel that emotion from that person, and that's part of it, I guess. So I've always been that way, and he's always been that way, and it's a good quality. I love that about him. I love that he's such a sensitive kid. I've taught him his whole life that it's okay to cry. You don't hide your feelings. Men cry, boys can cry. It doesn't make you a pussy or a wimp or any of that kind of shit. Because a lot of his bullies have gone at him because he is a caring person. He's very sensitive towards people and things like that. And when he sees somebody that's upset or hurt, he goes to that person automatically to try to help that person and talk to him or to be there for him. And a lot of people get defensive when they're like that and don't understand why are you coming at me, like, and all Caden's trying to do is just be a friend to them, just like me. It's some people are just angry when they're upset and they cry and they're mad because they were hurt or embarrassed. My son doesn't care. He wants to be there for you, which is, again, he got that from me. And his mother's a very sensitive person too. She's a very heartfelt, soft person and loves people. That's just the people that we are. And for some reason, society has made it wrong to be that way, and it's sad. It's very sad that it's wrong to care about people nowadays because it is, you know. But this kid has been in multiple situations in school because he befriends people. He befriends the people that are being picked on because he's been through it. Same shit I went through when I was in school. I mean, I have gone through and watched myself go. I've basically watched myself relive through my son. Everything he's gone through, I went through too. So luckily I know how to handle the situation. So he advocates for bullies. He's big time. If he sees people getting picked on, he goes to their defense immediately. If he hears people getting talked down to, he goes to their defense immediately. And he's been attacked numerous times for it. Well, it's changed now because my son went from this tiny little soft spoken little kid to a monster. He's huge now, and he's very strong. Unfortunately, he's been in a couple physical altercations and didn't even know his own strength. He doesn't want to hit somebody, even if he's defending himself, because he doesn't want to hurt somebody. And I told him, I said, listen, dude, it's like this. I know how it feels. I was there at one point too. I said, but once I realized when I was that age, like in high school, what was going on, it completely changed. And then, I got into a couple fights that nobody thought that I would come out of on the other end of it. And I like destroyed these people and kind of earned a slight reputation for that. And then nobody really messed with me. And I told him, I said, unfortunately, you're going to have to prove yourself in that sense. I said, because whether you like it or not, this is what people do. And I said, whether you like it or not, you are going to have to probably use your hands to defend yourself at one point or another. Well, it happened at one instance, and it really bothered me, but it was still kind of a funny thing in a sense, too. I got called to the school because my son was going to get suspended for 3 days because he got into a fight, and I was pissed because I know my son. I know he didn't start the fight, but I know what he did, and that was me telling him what to do. And he had been having issues with this kid that just, and this kid comes from a family that doesn't care, that's not involved in his life, and they just let him do whatever he wants. So this is him rebelling against his parents by not being there for him by acting like this, and I get that, and I felt bad for the kid, but at the same time, you're not going to attack my son because your life is miserable. That's just how that works, and I taught my son that, and I told him, we don't ever throw the first punch. You'll never throw the first punch, but you're going to throw the last punch if that's what it takes to defend yourself. Like I said, he's very strong. He knows how to fight. He wrestles. Again, he's got four older brothers that have taught him all this and that helped raise him basically, and have wrestled around with him. So he's a very strong kid, and he's very good at fighting if he needs to be. We also put him in. Oh shit! It's called. It's a form of a martial art, but it's not a fighting. It's mall. I can't think of the name of it right now, guys. But it's all defense, and it basically teaches you how to walk away from a situation before having to physically fight. So he's been in that for years. Okay, so he knows how to talk his way through a situation, to talk down somebody that's attacking him, and to walk away to the point where he doesn't have to actually physically get get physical. That's the last scenario, and it has a name. And for the love of God, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, so I'm doing that's my ADHD kicking in. I'm doing the same thing where I'm telling you three different stories at one time. So I get called to the school. Caden's going to be getting suspended for 3 days. He was in a fight, blah blah, and I'm driving to the school like, oh shit, and I'm expecting him to be maybe not in such a great shape because whoever it was that went after him. Well, this kid had been bothering him the entire school year. This happened last school year, and it was towards the end of the year. I think it was like in April that this happened. So they take me into the office, and he's sitting in the office, and he's just sitting there looking at me with this look on his face like, I'm sorry, Dad. And I just smiled at him because I knew. And I said, we'll talk about it in a little bit. And they had him go sit in another room with the other counselor while they walked me and then our schools in here, around here, have resource officers, which are police officers that are localized in the school to handle things like this. So I went into the office with the principal, the assistant principal, the resource officer, and Caden he has an IEP, so he has an IEP counselor. Okay, so they were all there, and then there was another like a what do you call it, like a lunch monitor person that was in there. It's another teacher, and he witnessed the whole thing, so he was in there too. So I go sit down, and I just okay, and they explain the whole thing to me. This is so it's such a kid, and I said I know who he is. He's been bothering Caden the entire school year. And they said, well, we have a video. It's all recorded from the cafeteria, and we want you to watch it. And the resource officer, I know him personally. He's kind of laughing a little bit, and I'm like, kind of confused, like, okay. And the kid that did this bullies other people too. So, he's got a name. And kind of reminds me of the O'Doyle rules scenario because there's two brothers that he has, and they're all the same way. So I sit down, they pull up this video, and I'm watching it. And this kid's sitting in front of him. It's at lunch. My son is sitting there with another kid, and then this idiot kid comes over and sits down in front of him with his tray, and he takes his tray and he shoves my son's tray towards him. So my son backs his tray up, and he goes back to talking to the kid next to him. They're friends, and this other kid is sitting across from him and just keeps saying stuff. There's no audio, okay. And my son just looks at him, says something very nonchalantly, and looks back down to what he's doing, back to his buddy, and they're talking, blah, blah, blah. This other kid takes his finger and he's poking it towards my son's face, and he's saying this and he's saying that. We can read lips. I can read lips. And the one counselor can read lips too. And she says, "You see what he's saying?" I said, "Yeah." He was swearing at him and calling him stupid and retard and stuff like that. And my son shows nothing of being mentally retarded, slow, any of that. He's a normal kid. It's just the other stuff, okay? But this kid knows that he has an IEP, and this kid knows, that he's been bullied before, and this and that, and that he's got ADHD, and that he's on medicine. So there you go. So this kid's just fucking with him over and over again, and this went on for 40 minutes. My son got up and moved 3 times to a different table. Okay, and then his friend that was with him just got up and left altogether, so he was sitting there eating by himself. And this kid followed him everywhere he would go. The kid would sit down in front of him and start fucking with him. Took stuff off of his tray. So my son reaches over, takes it back, puts it on his tray, kind of waved him off, like told him to go away. And so the bell rings for lunch. The kid got up and walked away finally for a while. And then at the very end, when lunch is over, the bell rings. My son stands up with his tray and he walks over. They have like garbage cans where they're supposed to dump their trash, and then they set their tray on a little conveyor thing. Okay. So my son walks over, dumps his trash in the can, turns, walks towards the conveyor, and something stuck to his tray, I guess. Sets the tray down and grabs the napkin. I think it was a napkin or like a milk carton or something that was flattened out, and walks back over to the garbage can. The kid comes up behind him and like pushes him at the garbage can. My son turns around. He dropped the thing in the cart can, and my son puts his hand up and he's pointing and he's talking to him like, and he waves his hands in front of him like, like this as he's talking. He's going like this. This is my son. And so the kid takes his hand and he goes at my son and shoves my son back. Well, mind you, I told you that my son is almost 6 foot tall, and that kid came up to probably, let's see, here on my son, and he was a little buff kid. He's kind of muscular. My son's huge, but he pushed my son back, and he backed up like this. So my son kind of said, put his hand like this, and then he shoved him, and I'm like, oh, that's new. And so what? Then the kid swung at my son, and my son grabbed him and spun him around and threw him into the garbage can head first, and then pushed the garbage can because they're on wheels back against the wall. And my son turns around. And, I mean, this was so comical. That's when they all kind of snickered, the teachers and shit. My son turns around and he walks over to the teacher in the lunchroom and he puts his hands up like this and he turns around and he points and he goes, like, I did it, like, here, take me in. So the other kid jumps out, gets himself out of the damn garbage can because he literally was upside down in the can. And he pulls himself out, the can dumped over. He comes running towards my son, and the teacher grabbed the kid, and my son backs up. And the kid got past the teacher. The kid hit my son like right here in his chest. My son turned around and hit him right, I mean, knocked him sideways, and the kid fell on the ground, hit him in his face. And then my son backs up. The teacher puts his hands in between the two of them, and then another teacher come over and it stopped it. Okay, and it all happened, thank God, right in front of the teacher. So they go, that's what happened. I watched the video and I kind of smirked a little bit, and I said, listen, I said, I'm sorry, guys. You guys know as well as I know that this kid has been messing with him the entire year. Okay. They said, we know, Mr. Mayoris, we know. No worries. You don't have to worry about this. Caden is not in any trouble, but protocol calls for any kind of fighting whatsoever. Both children get suspended. Your son's suspended for 3 days. This kid is suspended for 10 days because this is his third strike or something like that. Pending expulsion because he was constantly messing with other kids too. So, um, and so they offered me different options for, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I said, have you guys talked to this kid's parents? They said, we've tried to. and they don't really respond well. And I said, okay, I get it, And he was defending himself, and I told him, you don't ever throw the first punch, but you better damn well defend yourself. Don't let somebody stand there and beat on you, and do nothing about it. You hit back only if you're hit first. He did, and he hurt the kid, and he was kind of upset about that. He was like, I tried not to do this, Dad. I tried not to do that, And he had his head down. I said, don't do that. Don't do that at all. When I talked to him, I had him come in there. They brought him back in the room after the fact. I said, I watched the video. I seen what happened. Blah blah blah. And he had his head down. I said, Great, lift your head up. I said, I'm not mad at you. The only reason why you're suspended is because you have to be. I said, I'm proud of you for defending yourself. And I said, and this kid probably won't bother you anymore now that you've done that. I was hoping at least. And um, they let us take all the schoolwork he was going to have for those 3 days. He didn't lose out on any of his grades, none of that stuff. And we hung out those 3 days. It was kind of fun actually, and there were no repercussions other than that. And like I said, they were all kind of happy about the situation because Caden finally defended himself, because they have told him too. There's a couple of teachers in there that know him, and they're like, dude, don't let these kids pick on you like that and stuff like that. They're not really allowed to say that, but they've done it. And so the other kid, the resource officer, scared the shit out of him. He handcuffed him, said he was taking him down to the juvenile center, blah blah blah. So the principal contacted the parents while I was sitting in the office, and she put it on speakerphone. And she goes into the whole story and explains everything. And the dad is who or the mother was who she was talking to, and the dad was at work or something like that. This mother was like, fuck that kid, fuck that Caden. I know who it is. It's Caden, isn't it? Fuck him, that little motherfucker, this and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there going, wow. And the principal turned and looked at me, and she's shaking her head like, I'm so sorry. But she knew what it was going to be like. And I just kind of was like, wow. And I kind of did this to her, like, there's no point in this. And the kid had been going home saying that Caden was picking on him, but they have video proof multiple times. There's multiple witnesses that have watched this kid do this. So, and she's like, well, you can do what you want to do. He won't be disciplined when he comes home. In fact, I'm going to take him out for ice cream or something ignorant like that, she said. And I'm like, Jesus, this woman's a mess. And it was really sad. So, again, and thank God, like I said, I just went through what we had to go through. He was suspended for the 3 days. The kid don't even look at him now. And there was other kids that bully kid was friends with, and they would kind of all gather up together, and they would pick on Caden here and there, and it was they don't bother with him at all anymore. So that's one less thing I got to worry about. There's still a couple people that will mess with him a little bit, but nothing like it was. So like I said, you kind of made a name for yourself. Everybody knows what you can do, and that you're not just a pushover, and that you won't be taking that bullshit anymore. So I was very proud of him in that sense. The way he handled it, he did exactly what we taught him to do, and yeah, that's exactly it. Strike. It's just kind of it's a thing whether or not the mother had some issues when she was a kid, and is just a miserable person, and is not raising your kid the right way. So so be it. What are you gonna do? That was a long-winded story, guys. I just wanted to get through the whole thing and explain to you. Like I said, the way my son is, he just doesn't. He doesn't do that stuff. He's not a fighter. He's not a bullying guy. He doesn't do any of that kind of shit. So he's a good kid. He's a really good kid. I'm very proud of him. He's very talented. One of these times, I'm gonna get it where I can record him singing. I want you guys to hear him singing. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. Like, this kid's gonna be some kind of a star one of these days. I'm telling you. He can sing. He can dance. He's very musically talented. which I think is all the ADHD and the autism thing. Since he's not very good in academics, this is what he's going to do. So I don't know. I don't know. So there's that. Yeah, he's a really good kid. I'm very proud of him. That's why that whole thing, like that was the whole basis of this. Me explaining all that was he's just we have a great relationship. But that whole thing cracks me the fuck up. Well, thanks, Lance. I appreciate that. I know I probably didn't need to tell the whole story, but I wanted it to be completely understood. So I apologize if it was too long winded. But so, what do you guys got going for the day? Where are you headed? What are you doing? Oh, no worries, Lance. Anytime. Anytime at all. I was planning on doing something different for the stream today, but so be it. I'm actually going to have to shut down here in a minute. Been going for a little while. Oh, what else? I'm trying to figure out what else. There it goes again. Oh, somebody anonymously donated a small donation. I appreciate that. Whoever that was again. The anonymous thing cracks me up, but I get it. Every little bit helps, guys. Every little bit helps. Um, so thank you much once again, um, and thank you much for anybody that can do it. You know, I appreciate you so much. You guys know what it's going to towards, and baby Noah was found in the creek less than a mile from his house. Oh no! Are you serious, Flower? Obviously, he's not still alive. Damn it! Are you kidding me? Oh, shit! I did not see that. Damn. 1 year old. Shit. Yeah, I'm feeling that way too. The body of a 1 year old boy who went missing Sunday has been found around 9 a.m. this morning. Crews found the body of Noah Allen Jordan in Buck Creek near Clay Avenue on 54th Street, about a mile north of Cutler Estates, the Kent County Sheriff's Office said. Noah went missing Sunday around 11:05 a.m. from a home inside Cutler Estates near Division Avenue South and M6. Investigators began canvassing the neighborhood Sunday, stopping at almost every home, but the efforts didn't provide any leads. Sergeant Eric Brunner said they found footprints near the shoreline Sunday, but couldn't confirm they were those of the missing toddler. After searching for much of Sunday, deputies suspended the water search for Noah around 9 p.m. Due to safety reasons on Monday morning. They regrouped and began focusing on Buck Creek. The sheriff's office said the parents are distraught, of course, but continued to cooperate with investigators. Oftentimes, kids just wander away. One minute you see them, and one minute you don't. So there's nothing to lead us to believe that there was anything suspicious or criminal in nature, Bruno said. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. That's really sad. Yeah, if you guys could say a prayer for that family, I'd appreciate it. I know I'm going to because that's horrible. I just saw that last night, and poor little guy. Kind of shit really bothers me. Yeah, that's gonna hit me pretty hard too, Flower. I've been so involved in it for so long, and it's gonna be rough. Damn, I just can't imagine. I feel so bad for his parents now. Ukraine is very sad and disgusting at the same time, Lance. That's just Ukraine is just disgusting to me because there's no reason whatsoever, none at all, that it's going on. The reasoning behind it makes zero sense, and the fact that people are dying because of it, it makes even less sense to me. I just don't understand. It's senseless violence and death and any of this stuff. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I just can't imagine this little guy's parents what they're going through right now because I know I could never handle something like that, guys. There's no way. I'm sorry. I apologize. Anyway, I'm sure everybody will, but like I said, everybody please say a prayer for his parents and for him. Switzerland, New Zealand. Yeah, I know. Canada. No, I'm apologizing. I'm getting emotional about it. I'm trying not to, and I just, I'm on camera. That's all. So that's what I apologize for. I would never want to imagine something like that. My kids are so. It's just not fair, you know. Anyway, anyway, damn, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't mean to be that way. I'm really, really sorry. Well, thanks for the info, Flower. I was actually going to start looking into that one. I saw it last night, and now, yeah. So, moving on. Okay, so, does anybody have any questions or anything for me today, or anything you wanted to ask me or talk about before I set everything down? Well, I just don't like to do it in front of the whole world, Heather. That's all. I mean, I get it. I do, and I appreciate that, and I really do. So, for the rest of their life, that's how they have to remember their love. Yeah, I know. That's what I was actually just thinking about, Flower. That's what kind of got me so emotional because that's, you know, and there's going to be some form of some sort. There's got to have to be some sort of guilt that goes along with that too, because you're not there for that, and so I might be strike. I might be. You guys will definitely know about it if I am. So, okay, there's that. Um, Jesus, of course, get the hell out of here. Thank you again to who it was, whoever donated. Like I said, every little bit helping, guys. and again, anybody else that can, I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I will have enough to get this together soon. Thanks, guys, that were here this morning for putting up with me experimenting with what I was doing. Hopefully, I'll be able to put OBS together and start using that soon. Um, and again, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. As always, I love you guys to death, and you know that. Hold on, let me get out of this article thing I was reading. Get rid of that. And it's going to pop up here, and that's gone. Okay. So, here's that. Flower, you have a great day. Strike first, of course. Like I said, you guys will know if I'm going live. I might tonight. Lance, Heather, as always, Brandy, strike first. Um, Kyle, this morning, thanks for popping in, brother. Danny Ray, Natural or Natty Ice, whatever you like to be called. Stranger Than Fiction, College Kid. Um, Anybody I may have forgotten, I'm sorry, guys. But the rest of you guys, like I said, I love you guys to death. Um, I really appreciate you guys. I enjoyed the time that we spend together in here every day and at night too. Um, my mods, thank you for what you do. You guys do a great job. As always, again, everybody that's donated, thank you so much. Everybody that is going to, I appreciate you too. You guys have the absolute best day you possibly can. Do it to the best. Hug your kids. um, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.